Picture the moment the power goes out. Not just your street, everywhere. Your phone dies, the supermarket shelves empty in 6 hours. Somewhere outside, something is coming, and you have no idea how to stop it. In almost every zombie movie, you die in the first 10 minutes. But the real answer to why is far stranger than the movies ever admit. You think you'd die because you're not strong enough, not fast enough, not brave enough. That's not it. You'd die because your brain has spent your entire life outsourcing itself. Every skill you need to survive has been handed to someone else. A farmer grows your food. A stranger purifies your water. An app tells you which way is north. Take those away, and what's left standing? Your ancestors never had that luxury. For nearly 300,000 years, every single human alive carried the full survival toolkit in their own body and their own mind. No outsourcing, no backup system, just skill stacked on skill, tested every single day against a world that did not forgive mistakes. So here's the real question. If the infrastructure disappeared tonight, who would actually make it to sunrise? You, with your degree and your smartphone? Or them, with nothing but sharpened stone and instinct? Start with the thing you'd need most in the first hour: fire. You've probably never made fire without a lighter. Most people haven't. Ancient humans made it constantly, and not by accident. Harvard biological anthropologist Richard Wrangham has spent decades studying how central fire became to human survival, arguing that cooking food fundamentally reshaped the human body and brain. Cooked food is easier to digest. It delivers more calories for less chewing. Wrangham's research suggests that control of fire may be one of the reasons human brains grew as large as they did in the first place. Fire wasn't a convenience. It was infrastructure, built and rebuilt by hand every single day by people who understood exactly which wood smoked and which wood caught. Now think about running from danger. In the movies, the zombies are slow, shuffling, easy to outpace. But imagine the threat is fast. Imagine you have to move for miles, not minutes. Your body was not built for that. Not really. Modern humans are sedentary by default, muscles softened by chairs and elevators. Ancient humans were not soft. Harvard evolutionary biologist Daniel Lieberman has documented how the human body evolved specifically for endurance, not speed. Long legs, efficient sweating, a body built to chase prey across open land for hours until the animal simply collapsed from heat. Lieberman's research on persistence hunting shows that early humans could outlast almost any four-legged animal on the savanna, not because they were faster, but because they didn't stop. Could you run for 3 hours straight, tracking something you couldn't even see? Your ancestors did that for dinner. Then there's the part almost nobody thinks about: threat detection. You walk through your day assuming you're safe. Sidewalks, streetlights, locked doors. Ancient humans assumed the opposite. Every rustle in the grass mattered. Every broken twig meant something. Their brains were tuned, constantly, to read the environment for danger before it arrived, not after. That hypervigilance sounds exhausting, and it was. But it kept them alive in a world with real predators, real rival groups, and real, unpredictable threats. Your brain still has that wiring buried inside it. It's why a strange noise at 3 a.m. still spikes your heartbeat, even though you've forgotten how to actually respond to it. Here's where the story gets stranger. Survival was never just about the individual. It was about the group. And this might be the single biggest advantage ancient humans had over you. Oxford evolutionary psychologist Robin Dunbar has spent his career studying how human social bonds shape survival itself. Dunbar's research proposes that humans evolved to maintain meaningful relationships with roughly 150 people, a number now known as Dunbar's number. That wasn't a random limit. It was the exact size a group needed to share food, share danger, and share knowledge without collapsing into chaos. Think about what that means in a crisis. If danger came at night, someone was already awake watching for it. If food ran out in one area, someone already knew where else to look. Knowledge wasn't locked inside a single expert's head. It lived across the entire group, repeated around fires, passed down through stories, so that losing one person never meant losing the information. Now think about you. How many people in your life actually know how to find clean water without a tap? How many could start a fire without a match? For most people today, the honest answer is 0. Modern life didn't just remove the danger. It removed the shared knowledge that used to protect everyone from it. There's another piece most people never consider. Ancient humans didn't just survive threats. They read landscapes like language. Every hill told them something. Every animal track told them something else. Where water pooled after rain, which plants meant food, and which meant poison. This wasn't instinct handed down by magic. It was learned, tested, and corrected constantly, starting in early childhood. You've lost almost all of that. Not because you're less intelligent, because you've never needed it. Your brain, remarkably, is exactly as capable as theirs was. What's different isn't the hardware. It's what you've spent your life practicing. And that's the twist buried underneath the entire zombie fantasy. It was never really about zombies at all. It's about what happens the moment the systems around you disappear, and you're left standing only with what your own body and mind can do. Ancient humans lived that scenario every single day of their lives, not as a movie plot, as Tuesday. Threats were real. Food was uncertain. Shelter had to be built or found before nightfall, every night, without exception. There was no version of their life where survival skills were optional. And because of that, the skills never atrophied. They sharpened. You, on the other hand, live inside a world engineered to make survival invisible. Food appears in bright packaging. Water appears from a tap. Danger is filtered out by walls, laws, and locked doors. That's not a flaw in you. It's the entire design of modern civilization working exactly as intended. But it does mean something uncomfortable is true. If that design failed tonight, most of what kept you alive would fail with it. So would you actually survive the first 10 minutes? Probably not the way the movies show it. There would be no dramatic chase scene, no clever last-second escape. You'd likely freeze. Not from cowardice, but from the simple fact that your brain has never had to solve this exact problem before. Ancient humans wouldn't freeze. Their brains solved exactly this problem, in exactly this way, for hundreds of thousands of years. But here's the part that should actually make you feel better, not worse. That ancient brain is still yours. The wiring for reading danger, for noticing patterns, for working with a group instead of alone, never disappeared. It's simply been quiet, unused, buried under decades of convenience. It didn't evolve away. It's still sitting there, waiting for a reason to wake up. Maybe that's the real difference between you and your ancestors. Not ability, practice. They lived inside the emergency their entire lives. You live inside the comfort. And comfort, as strange as it sounds, might be the one thing evolution never actually prepared you for. So the next time the power flickers, or the Wi-Fi drops, or the lights go out for just a few seconds too long, pay attention to that small flicker of unease in your chest. That's not irrational. That's not weakness. That's the oldest part of your brain, still remembering exactly what it once took to survive a night. Tonight, when the power goes out, you probably won't die in the first 10 minutes. You'll simply remember, for a moment, what it felt like to be human before comfort made you forget.